the hate army troll.
It's the hate army,
Bro. Hate army.
Shout out to hate.
Good vibes to the
Shout
hate
out to
army.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out
Shout
for
out to
hate.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out for
Shout
hate.
out for hate.
Ready? Here we go. It doesn't fit. I'm serious. It's too small. It's too small. It doesn't fit. I can't get it any further down than that. So, it's too small. Damn it. Over on my DSP Reacts channel will be the first ever cooperative React experience I've ever done. It will be myself and the members of the Kino Casino show from Kick will be teaming up to reacting to A Rich History of Failure, the Review Tech documentary that's going to be released by June the King tomorrow morning. Now, June has it scheduled for 10 a.m., but with YouTube and its issues, it very well may not hit at 10 a.m. We're hoping that by 6 p.m., when we're going to be ready to do the co-op react, all the issues will be hashed out and we'll be able to watch it easily, okay? So, it's going to be great. And it's not going to be here. I need to keep reiterating this. People seem to be confused. It is not going to be here. This is my gaming channel. I'm not going to do a big long-form react here. We're going to do it over on my React channel, which is at DSP Reacts on YouTube. Okay, that's how you find it. FYI, if you want to be there for the stream and you want to be able to talk during the stream chat, you need to subscribe to the channel like right now. You have to be subscribed for 24 hours to talk on my channels. And I think a lot of people have the misconception that the show is going to be here. It's not. It's going to be on my React channel. So I really need you guys, if you are going to attend live, to please subscribe to that channel. If you're going to watch it after the fact on demand, no worries. It won't be a problem. It'll be on demand. And by the way, I'm setting it up special. You ready for this? Number one, no advertisements on the stream whatsoever. Completely ad-free. So you won't have to worry about interruptions with political ads popping up in your face and all kinds of crap. We can't have that. I want people to be there from both my audience and the Kino Casino audience enjoying this special event live with no intrusions and no annoyances. So no ads whatsoever will be run on the stream. In addition, the stream will be available for everyone to watch in its entirety immediately after the broadcast ends. I'm going to leave it public. Normally, I don't do that. Normally, I put it private and members get access and everything. No, I'm going to have it be public for everyone immediately. All right? Now, FYI, the guys at Kino Casino are actually going to do like a pregame on their channel on Kick first to get people all hyped up and then bring the audience over. So that's cool. I mean, it's going to help a lot, I'm sure. I'm hoping that maybe I can get together with those guys just a little early to get the tech issues worked out, because I have like little to no experience doing group streaming, especially with Discord. And those guys use Discord, which is fine. We did it for their show and it worked beautifully. But I got to figure out a way to get the documentary into Discord so we can watch it together. And then I got to find a way to capture that Discord window in OBS at a high quality. I've never done it before. And the thing is, you might say, well, why don't you test it ahead of time? You can't unless you're in a video call. You can't test it. So I need to be in a video call with them to actually test this in my setup. So hopefully they'll be able to join me a little bit on the earlier side. I already asked them if they could join like maybe like 20, 30 minutes earlier. We won't go live yet. We'll just set up all the technical end. I really want this stream to look good, sound good, and be entertaining for you guys. I want to put out a great product. You know, usually my product is pretty good here in my own channels, but I mean, I'm entertaining an audience of a few hundred. In this case, I guarantee you, we're going to have an audience of a few thousand. If me being on their show got 5,000 viewers, can you imagine how many views it's going to be when we are all together watching this documentary? I can't imagine, right? It might be the highest viewed thing I've ever done on YouTube, quite frankly, when it comes to streaming. So, I want to get it, you know, good for you guys. I hope we can work that out. And it's going to be exciting. Basically, here's the deal. The documentary is 90 minutes long. I have put a 4-hour block of my time. If we start at 6, you figure an hour and a half. I know we're going to be pausing it constantly. I know we're going to be adding tons of commentary to it, okay? Hopefully, we'll finish it by 10 p.m. because I can't go much later than that. I just can't. You know, my wife has to work the next day and everything. So I'm figuring 4 hours for a 90-minute documentary. I think we'll get through it. It's going to be fascinating. The thing is, these guys, Kino Casino guys, know way more than me about Rich. I don't follow Rich. I want to explain this. This guy has stalked me at my every move. He has made fun of me, criticized me at every moment for content for the last decade. I literally don't know anything about the guy outside of a few things I hear when you guys talk about him, or every once in a while there's a nasty video about me, and yeah, it'll get into my feed and I'll watch it. But I don't know anything about this guy at all. This is like educational for me, so I can't wait to watch it and add my own take on what I think about this guy's history. It's going to be fascinating to say the least, okay? But I think it's going to be entertaining for all, and I hope that you'll join us tomorrow live. If not, like I said, it'll be on demand right after the fact. Certainly, if you enjoy the show, since I am demonetizing it, I would ask if you could support in some other way. It would be amazing if you could. I'm not saying it's mandatory. It totally isn't. But obviously with me, you know, taking ads off, it means that the only potential that I really have to make anything on that show would be, you know, willing contributions like super chats or memberships or gifted memberships or tips. So hopefully that will go well, being that I'm going to be doing the stream demonetized. Okay. But that's it. So we're all excited for this, right? And then depending on how it goes and everything, yeah, those guys have already, you know, asked me, would I do potential future collaborations? Would I be on their show again? Could they have other guests that have always wanted to talk to me be on their show to have real conversations rather than just attack sessions on me? And the answer is yes, I'm interested in that. Yes, I'm absolutely positively interested in that. Okay? I don't see why I wouldn't be. This is something that I've asked for years, to just be treated like a human rather than a whipping boy or a meme. And it seems like no one was willing to give me a chance at that until Kino Casino. So yes, absolutely, you will likely see us do future stuff. Now, I don't know how often. Again, I said this last time. I don't want to make it so common that it's not special anymore. If I'm doing it once a week, then it's not special, right? We want to time it out so that way it's spaced out and there's fun stuff going on, but it's not you see me over there all the time or you see them over here all the time. You know what I'm saying? FYI, clips on this channel so far have been a big success. What am I talking about? 2 days ago, I made clips of this channel. I made a clip of me talking about Kino Casino versus side scrollers and how the experience with them was so different than being on the side scroller show. And I also made a clip of me talking about this Ubisoft news story, how they're essentially bribing content creators with paid trips to Disneyland to try to say good things about Star Wars Outlaws. Both of those videos did incredibly well. The video that was of me talking about Kino Casino versus side scrollers has gotten over 5,000 views and over 500 likes. Now, reason being, they directly linked it. They found out about it, they linked it, and all their viewers came and watched it and loved it. And that's awesome, right? The Ubisoft story did over 1,000 views. Pretty good. Yesterday, on my day off, I clipped 2 videos. First of all, my full thoughts on appearing on the Kino Casino show, because I gave a lot of different thoughts after having thought about them. And then the moment when I put on the crown that you saw at the beginning of this podcast for the very first time, and the fact that it didn't fit was hilarious. So I clipped those 2 moments. Those have done well as well, each getting over 1,000 views. Now you might say, that's nothing though, 1,000 views. Like, what are you talking about? 1,000 views on YouTube is not good. You're right. I used to fart into a camera and make 10,000 views. That was a long time ago. I'm not popular anymore, okay? So for me, a video with 1,000 views is good. And the fact that, I mean, did I put a lot of effort into it? Well, I have to basically load the stream, sit there, go to the timestamps, edit out the clips, title them and everything. It does take time. Is it hard work? No, not really. It's just time-consuming work. And so if I have time to do clips like that in the future, I will. I might not have time to do it every day. Like today, I don't have any for you because I don't really have anything to clip. I clipped everything that was interesting from last week. So, yeah, I think, you know, I will try to do it moving forward. Whenever there's like a funny moment or a special moment or something to highlight, I'll probably do clips like that and put them on the channel and see how they do, okay? No, already I got complaints. I'm not even kidding you. It's the most viewed thing I'm doing on the channel right now. Or, oh, why is he doing this? This is different. Yeah, it's different. It's not something that I used to do. I'm trying different things. It's called change, you know, improvement for the better. Oh, I don't like this. Well, Change is scary. I get it. I do. I absolutely get it. Some people, you know, they smell something weird and they're like, oh my God, is it the end of the world? Or they look up at the sky and there's a weird shaped cloud and they think it's a UFO. All right. In this case, the good news is the world's not ending and aliens haven't invaded. I'm just trying to do different kinds of content because people have asked me for this for years, but I need time to do it. So I'll see moving forward if and how often I have time to do it. Today, I don't know if there'll even be a moment on this show that I would want to clip. I'm not sure. We'll see. You know, you guys let me know if there's anything notable to clip, anything interesting that you want to see, or that would make sense as a clip. You know, most people don't clip stuff themselves. They have a team of people. They have editors who do it for them and stuff. But, you know, I already have editors who work on thumbnails for me, who work on upscaling and, you know, refining the videos over on DSP Throwback. You know, I can only ask so much of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be greedy and be like, oh, how dare you not do this and that. No, ridiculous. So I'm doing as much as I can, okay? I'm a one-man show with some help, which is greatly appreciated, because if it wasn't for those who helped me, I wouldn't have any of this stuff around me. I wouldn't have these amazing visuals. I wouldn't have this amazing border. I wouldn't have any of this. This is all because of a group community mentality. And I want you to think about that for a second. Even though I'm the talent on camera, this show and all the content that I put out is a group effort. And I want you all to please understand that. This is made possible because of you and me together, working together to make content that you like. Okay? Think about how different that is. People actually like me enough that they like the content, they want to see it improve, and therefore they help me. As opposed to someone who just produces content, throws it out on the internet, hope people watch it, right? It's different. And I really do appreciate that. I get that feeling of community, that feeling of, you know, we're all in this together, and I really appreciate that. I do. It's very different than how I used to feel a long time ago. Today, things are totally different, but look how good things are. Today, I'm about to play Street Fighter 6 on my high-end gaming PC, kick some butt, get characters to master level. We're going to have a great time. Tomorrow, I'm about to do arguably the most popular stream I've ever done. Okay? This is going to be an amazing time. We are going through amazing times right now. We really are. Okay? And I'm excited for them. So, thank you all for this. Clips will continue on this channel as I see appropriate or fit. If I have time to do more, I'll do them. If I don't have the time, I won't do them. But I hopefully will find cool stuff that happens that I would want to clip. And by the way, just for the record, I have given the Kino Casino guys full permission to clip from tomorrow's React show. I mean, they're part of the show as much as I am. There's no reason why they shouldn't be able to use the content for their own clips channel, and I gave them full blessing. Go ahead and do it. You know, that's fine. You guys are giving me a ginormous boost and a big solid by being on the show with me. So why on earth wouldn't I allow you to take clips? Go for it. Okay? I'll say this. I really just don't have a good controller for the Switch when it comes to this kind of classic gameplay. The Switch Pro controller has a faulty D-pad. My Hori pad doesn't have a good D-pad. And the Joy-Cons, which I tried on Thursday, are terrible. They're just 4 buttons instead of a D-pad. They're all garbage, okay? Now, someone contacted me during my day off and said they wanted to donate a controller. We went back and forth a little bit because I guess there's some really good 8-bit Do, or 8-bit Do, I don't know how to pronounce it, controllers on, like, Amazon that you could get. So we went back and forth about a controller. And I don't know if they're actually going to go through with the donation or not. Basically, they found one, and they were like, oh, this one not only works with Switch from 8-bit Do, but it would also work with, like, PC if you ever wanted to do classic stuff on the PC later. And I was like, oh, that would probably be neat. You know, like, maybe I would like that. But then I didn't hear from them after that. So I don't know if they're actually going to get it or if they were just pulling my leg. They might have just been pulling my leg. Who knows, right? For those who don't know, because maybe you're newcomers to the show from this last week or two, I had a really bad back injury. Over a decade ago. I had a severely herniated disc in my lower back. I want to say it was between the L4 and L5 vertebrae, but it's been so long I forget. Essentially, one of the worst vertebrae to screw up. Why? Or discs to screw up. Why? It controls your bowels. So if this thing ruptures, or I might start soiling myself. I don't like to talk about it because it's pretty sad. And this was when I was in my late 20s when I was diagnosed with it. Okay? So it was so bad that when I went to the doctor and they did the MRI, he said, if we didn't diagnose this now, this thing was going to burst. Like, you're lucky that we diagnosed it now because it was going to pop. And once it pops, now you're screwed for life, okay? So, through, you know, some drugs, through some rehabilitation and stuff like that, I got through many, many tough years, my early YouTube years. Eventually, 10 years ago, I moved out here to Washington State, and I changed my lifestyle. Now, everything that I need is close by. I don't need to drive long distances. I have a garage, so I don't have to walk long distances with heavy things in my arms or anything like that. Basically, I changed my life so that I don't have to stress my back out anymore, okay? And ever since I did that, things have been much better. In fact, I would argue in the last 5+ years, I've barely had back pain. Every once in a while, I'll tweak it. And I'll be like, oh, now I got like shooting numbness and pain in my shoulder or in my hand, or sometimes down there in my legs where the original injury was, but it's not that bad. Like, I'm a normal guy. And plus I lost a lot of weight. Let's make this clear. I used to be over 240 pounds. All right. Now I am 200 pounds. Losing 40 pounds changes your life too. I'm not walking around with all this luggage weight pulling me down, hurting my knees and everything. And because of that, you know, much better now. Okay. So the good news is I don't have many problems with my back anymore. But 2 days ago, I was like moving a certain way and I tweaked it. I was like, oh no. Right before I have to go to the dump to do this, 'cause I have to, you know, freaking trash is piling up. I got to get rid of it. And lucky for me, you know, after many years of learning how to properly lift and move, I didn't hurt my back at all. I was shocked. I thought for sure I was going to hurt myself. I didn't hurt myself. I was like, wow, I actually am not that stupid. Now I have an update for everyone. Someone has donated $25 specifically for me to buy fighter coins in Street Fighter 6 today. They want me to get all the soundtracks. Because remember, I had all the soundtracks on the PS5 version of the like Street Fighter 2, Ultra Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter Alpha 2, and Street Fighter 4. I had all those soundtracks there, and the music was amazing, right? Like, we had all this good variety of classic music. But since I went to PC last week, we lost everything. We lost all my outfits. We lost all the soundtracks. We lost the backgrounds. We don't have the stage backgrounds. We lost it all, which is bullshit. They should have it linked to one common account. So you don't have to rebuy the content 10 fucking times. Capcom really screwed it up there, I think. But someone was upset. They're like, I want you to have the music, the good music from the classic Street Fighters. I'm watching your streams. I'm actually upset because I hate the modern music. So do I. The worst part about Street Fighter 6 is the soundtrack. I don't know what brain fart the game makers had when they were making Street Fighter 6, but to think that that's the soundtrack that people want, they're out of their minds. People rejoiced when they announced that you could change the soundtrack. So today, as we boot it up, first thing we're going to do, we're going to buy a bunch of soundtracks, and then we're going to apply them all to the characters. It may take 20+ minutes to do this, guys, okay? Just to forewarn you, this is not an easy thing. You got to buy them all, then you got to manually apply the songs to each character, and then we got to actually change the challenge music too. Remember, I had it like randomized, so it would randomly play different challenge music. We have to do that. It's going to take some extra time, but it's going to be worth it to get the good music back, seriously, because the other music is so much better than the Street Fighter 6 soundtrack, which sucks ass, all right? So, thank you to the person who donated to do that. Again, here's another what if. Someone contacted me yesterday during my day off and said, hey, would you like if I donated to you the System Shock remake for PC? It came out last year. Everyone says it's great. This is a game you said you were going to play on console, but you didn't get to it yet in the summer. And I said, yeah, actually, that's a good idea. I was going to play it already. This is the this is the true, the game that came before and inspired BioShock. Like, BioShock was inspired by System Shock. So I'm excited to try it out. And they said, and I said, yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea. I would definitely accept it. But no one, like, they didn't send it to me yet. So I don't know if, again, could this have been another person just messing with me? It could be. I don't know. You know, I guess we'll see. There we go. I guess we'll see if that happens or not. If that doesn't happen, or if I don't get it, then probably what we'll do instead, we'll do exploring of the Xbox app on my gaming PC, see what's on Game Pass Ultimate. I'm going to try to get together with the Kino Casino guys a little early so we can get the tech stuff worked out. And then at 6 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to go live on the DSP Reacts channel with our co-op react to the Review Tech USA documentary by June the King. And it should probably last, I'm guessing, around 4 hours and around 10 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? Monday. What are we doing on Monday? Well, normally Sunday would be my normal React day, but since the special React is happening to the review tech, that means Monday will be what I would have normally done on Sunday. So we'll have a podcast here in the morning on Monday. Then we're going to head over to DSP Reacts for DSP versus the Internet, my weekly Clips React show. Curious, the fact that I'm going to do the review tech, React the day before, will that bring new viewership to the other React content that I do? Because quite frankly, I think the clip show I do is fun. I think it's fun to react to variety content, but I don't get a big audience for it. Maybe this will actually bring newcomers to check that out and see if they like it or not. You know, if they don't like it, they don't like it, but at least it gets more people to check it out, right? So this is from Sarah saying, I noticed people are trying to message me and start drama because of what happened during the PC setup stream. You were stressed. I've been a fan of yours for a long time. I love your content. I'm not going to let one moment where we disagreed ruin everything. Yeah, Sarah, here's the deal. And I mean this too, okay? For my trolls, detractors, and obsessed losers, all right? Every given moment when something happens on a stream where maybe I lose my cool, where I act like a jerk or whatever, to them, that's the greatest moment ever because they highlight it, they accentuate it, they overhype it, they explode it up to a point where it's extrapolated upon, exponentially grown upon. They act like it's a big deal. It's not. I'm a human, right? And I make mistakes. If I get hyped up about something and then I get stressed out, I act like every other person on the planet. I'm going to make mistakes. I apologize. If you remember, not only did I apologize that night, I then the next day on the podcast also fully apologized in a big segment. But you notice they won't talk about that. In fact, they continued to hound me for 2 days saying, apologize to Sarah, apologize to Sarah. I'm like, I already did. Are you stupid or deaf? I already did. You're just doing this because you want to milk drama content out of it. I don't care. So all I have to say is ignore the morons. They have no bearing on our existence, right? What happened between us happened between us. It wasn't even a big deal. It lasted all of 10 seconds, right? And then I apologized for it, and we've moved on a long time ago. There's no reason to be bringing this up, okay? So no worries. And thank you for the tip. Thank you for the understanding. And I hope everyone else understands as well. And we'll go from there. Okay? Cool. All right. So that's what we got so far. If any other contributions come in during the show today, I'll shout them out and give you, we'll talk about whatever you're talking about. Obviously, you guys know I have some goals. Goal number 1 is to hit 50 bucks in tips every stream I do. It would be great if we could hit that. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. But man, obviously, if we hit that, sooner rather than later, it means it takes the pressure off of me. I can be more relaxed today as I play Street Fighter. Please consider contributing if you like the content. Tipping would be a great way to help. 50 bucks in tips is what I'm aiming for. Now, anything else that comes in today? Super chats, super stickers, memberships, gifted memberships. They all help the channel tremendously. And you guys, the last week or so, have been amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who's come over from Kino Casino and supported this channel this week. Thank you to my regulars who've come by and supported the channel this week. Everything's been great. I got 0 complaints. I'm having a good time. I hope that you guys are too. Take a look at the new emo. Me with a crown on my head. It's too bad that's not the real crown that I have here that doesn't fit. It doesn't even fit the back of my head at all. Look. My head is sticking out here. Look. I guess it kind of rests on my head. It's just very uncomfortable because it's loose. Look, it's loose. Look at that. It's like a bobblehead. Oh, the king in his wobbly crown. Whoa! Wow. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this story? I forgot about this. I got scammed. I got scammed on Amazon. So, after I got this crown the other day, and it didn't fit, okay? There was other things I had to order off of Amazon anyway, like stuff for the house and stuff. So, I was doing a big group order. And as I was doing this big group order, I was looking for other crowns on Amazon. I kid you not, almost every crown on Amazon looks exactly like this one. I almost get the feeling they're all the same crown. Now, the weird part is they're all different prices and everything, but they all look the same. I guarantee you they're all selling exactly the same China-made crown, one size fits all, and they're claiming they're different sizes. They're not. This is one size fits all. I outright said it on the sticker that I took off. So they're all lying and selling stuff, right? So I said, I'm going to buy one for myself. I'm doing a big group order on Amazon of all my stuff that I need for the house anyway. So I found one, and it looked different, okay? It didn't look like this one. Instead, it was like a crown where all the spikes were golden and tall. See how this one has one spike, but it holds like red velvet in the middle? So this one doesn't have the red velvet. It's just meant to have your hair stick out, but it has all these nice spikes and everything, right? So I was like, this looks good, you know? The picture looks good, and I'm not looking for anything super high quality. I'll order this one now. Claims it's large, by the way. So I'm like, oh, if it's large, it'll fit my head. It showed up yesterday with all my other stuff. And I'm like all excited. I'm like, oh, I'll have a new crown. Maybe this one will actually fit or whatever. So I'll actually have a hat that I can wear on stream rather than this thing that really doesn't fit my head and isn't really going to sit on there, right? And so I'm opening up the box, and I'm looking around. Where's the crown? All right? Get this. At the bottom of the box. Let me put it back. At the bottom of the box, flat, in a plastic sleeve, is the crown. It is a party crown for like a birthday party. It's basically the equivalent of a Burger King crown. What the fuck? It looked nothing like that in the picture that they showed on Amazon. Nothing at all like that. It was complete bait and switch. 100% lying misadvertisement on there. It was a piece of crap. It looks so I don't know, like I'm trying. I would like to get a good crown. I just don't trust the ones. Like, here's the thing. When you buy stuff on Amazon, if you're buying a name brand product, you know what you're getting. And if you don't get it, if you get a knockoff, you can return it, you can report that seller for false advertising. That's happened to me before too. But for the most part, you buy something off Amazon, you're going to get the name brand you order. But when you're buying clothing, when you're buying accessories and things like this, you literally have no clue what you're getting. It doesn't matter how they describe it. It doesn't matter how many reviews it has. And it doesn't matter what picture they show you. You're not getting what you're seeing. I have a vest in this closet. When I ordered it off Amazon, it looked like the vest of Marty McFly from Back to the Future. It was supposed to be the color of his vest from the movie. It shows up and it's dark maroon. You remember Marty's really dark maroon vest? It didn't look like that on Amazon. But that's what I mean. Like, they false advertise shit all the time. And it pissed me off because obviously, it was only a few bucks, by the way. It's not like Phil broke the bank on a crown he got ripped off. But you buyer beware when you're buying from Amazon. You can't really get stuff like this because, again, this is supposed to be large size. It's one size fits all. That's why it doesn't fit my head. Looks nice, but I can't really wear it. You try to get another one, piece of garbage. Like I said, it's like a Burger King crown. Like, what the fuck is this? So, anyway. It's neither here nor there. It's just annoying. I wish I had a good crown to wear. I don't think I'm ever going to get one at this point. I don't know where to even buy one because can't find anything reputable to order from, right? Okay, where's the crown? I threw that shit out. Do you think I was going to even bother returning it? It was a piece of fucking cardboard. I was like, fuck this. I threw it right out. Sunk cost, right? What are you going to do? Only a few bucks. You know what's funny is Fed Rogers says the stars are aligning and the tides are turning. Yeah, but you got to understand something. It's fleeting. I know this because this has been my history on YouTube. Seriously, it's been, you're high, then a low, then a high, then a low. Everything right now is going well, but the end of this month, the June the King documentary about me is coming out. Can I be honest with you guys? Yeah, I'm dreading it because I know that I've done a lot of fucked up stuff over the years. I know I was an asshole. I know I was a moron. All the dumb shit I've done, and now it's all going to come to light again. It's all going to be highlighted again. You're going to have every content creator watching this 4-hour documentary and completely destroying me. So even though right now things are going good, who's to say that after that documentary comes out that anyone's going to see me in a positive light again? You're going to be, oh, well, back to making fun of Phil, right? I'm seriously feel that way. Like, I feel like, and again, I'm not blaming June the King at all. This is nothing like that, you know? This is me and my past and my history and the fact that when I started on YouTube, I was a complete moron, right? And the fact that I know before, that in the Street Fighter community, I acted like a moron. And the fact that for constant, like 5+ years, everyone's been up in my personal shit, which I'm not going to talk about. So it's just a bunch of shit that, everyone is going to basically be tearing me a new asshole at the end of the month when this documentary comes out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so now things are good. and I got another few weeks to enjoy it. And then when that doc comes out, I feel like it's going to go right back to how it was. Everyone who's a friend or a fan of mine is going to stay a friend and a fan. And all the newfound people who like me are going to be like, wow, Phil's an asshole. Look at his documentary. He's a piece of shit. That's what I'm feeling. I mean it too. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not going to happen. But I just have that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get that feeling like everything's good right now. And it's been good for like a week and a half. Everything will be good for another few weeks. And then it's all just going to go fucking explode again. Right back to being fucking shitty. And I hope not. I don't want things to be shitty again. But that's just, I feel like that's how the internet works too. Oh, we like you, we like you, we like you. Oops, now it's time to crap on you. Go back down into the toilet. And that's what I feel like is going to happen. You know? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. So, but anyway, yeah. I mean, I don't like to be a negative Nancy about it and everything. But I do. Like, I'm feeling kind of like bummed because like right now I'm having a good time. But I feel like it's fleeting. I don't feel like it's going to last. I feel like this newfound positivity around me will be gone within a few weeks when the documentary comes. But that's me being honest, all right? You guys, I'm sure you could have a different take, but that's my take on it, is that popularity is fleeting, and for me, it's always been like this. So I'm used to it. Like, me not having the added popularity I just got in the last week, if it all goes away, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm still going to make content. I'm still going to be me, but it sucks that, you know, you feel like you're on that momentum and it could all be just taken away from you. And again, I'm not saying anything negative about June the King here at all. He's a great documentarian, and I've got to live up to my own mistakes. But the thing is, I have already. But now this documentary will again put light on the same shit again for the millionth time. And it's like, here we go again, right? It's that same cycle, right? So there you go. Anyway, more shout outs. Hellion with a super chat. Thank you to Hellion. And I received a $2 tip. If June does good research, why not watch your entire documentary? Won't his research prove your innocence on some things? Again, I've already explained this. I'll explain it again. So many things have been said about me over the years, correct? So many things. Some of them have been disproven. Some of them have not. All right? The things that they want to hyper-focus on, all right, are the things that they know. The only way that I could disprove some of the things people have said about me about finances, my bankruptcy, mobile games, etc., is to basically show you all this personal information that is so hypersensitive, it would expose me to rampant malicious activities. Okay? I can't open my bank account and show it to you, right? That would be suicide. I'm not stupid, correct? Even if I showed it to you anyway, everyone could just say it's fake. So I literally have been backed into a situation where if I prove my innocence, okay, half the people won't care because they'll say I faked it anyway. And the other half will be like, oh, that's great, he faked his innocence. Oops, but now all that information was used to hurt him. Right? So literally, there is no way for me to clear my name at all. And even if I attempted to do so, I would be personally hurting myself. All right? This is me telling you this after speaking with lawyers. You understand me? This is not just me from this is my take. This is the take of legal authorities who know the reality of the situation. They've seen everything. They've seen the situation with the harassment I've gotten, what people have said, things posted on Kiwi Farms, all the shit. They've seen it. And the authority has said, you are in a position, you're much better off staying where you are, doing what you're doing, and just not putting yourself at any further personal risk. There's no reason to. You don't have to. There's nothing that would benefit you from doing it. You understand? For you, someone who's in a drama sphere, who listens to everything my detractors say, you might think that the most important thing ever would be to show you my phone and my accounts and everything. It doesn't matter. That shit has nothing to do with my content. It has nothing to do with my business at all. If you like me and my content, continue to come by, enjoy, and support it, and that's all you have to care about. Why do you care about my personal finances? Why do you care about mobile games I play? Why do you care about any of that? It doesn't affect anything. Literally, it doesn't. But this obsessed group of weirdos have acted like it's some kind of an important issue at the forefront of all existence. It's not. Again, legal authorities have told me there's no reason for you to ever bring this shit up. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to help anything or affect anything. This is the dumbest thing ever. The only reason, you're basically the way they not spun it, but explained it. I'm being goaded and tempted into doing something because I feel like I need to defend myself. In reality, I don't have to defend myself because I didn't do anything wrong, right? It's just baseless accusations based on hearsay, coincidence, circumstantial evidence, things that people half made up and half are truthful, and you slap them together to make this what-if scenario, and since I won't provide evidence of my innocence, everyone just says it's true. But it doesn't matter, because even if it's true, I'm still okay. I still got a following, I still got a business, I still got everything going. Why would I care? They're right. The authorities are right. Everyone who knows the real truth of the situation, which is very few people, like I said, a few lawyers, a judge, those are the people who know the truth of my financial situations, okay? We're all good. We're all good. We've all discussed it till we were blue in the face. We're all good. No one else needs to know about it whatsoever. Now, there's some people out there who may be of a different understanding. For example, June the King, when he makes these documentaries, he's of the opinion that if you're a public-facing figure, then there is a news, there's a story in talking about stuff like this, okay? Personally, my take, I don't think there is. I don't think that if it doesn't affect me and my public face of content that I'm making for you, why is it any of your business? June disagrees. June actually thinks it should be something that should be discussed and put to the forefront. That's his prerogative to do so, okay? So I'm sure there's going to be a chunk of the documentary that will be about my past in Street Fighter, my early days as a YouTuber, my stupid behaviors back then, the beginning of the hate against me, this is how you don't play, my bad reactions to that, the time when I was with my ex and everyone hated that time and said I acted like an asshole and I changed. Each era of my existence. Eventually, we're going to get to the modern era, which is like the last 5 years, where all anyone wants to talk about is my financial shit. I'm not going to waste time on it. You know my answers. I've given them to you a million times. What I will do is I'll summarize them in the documentary React. I'll say, here's my takes on all of this. Here's my take on the bankruptcy. Here's my take on the bank leaks. Here's my take on the mobile games. I'll say all my stances. Okay? I will. So you'll know them. If people just only know me for my reacting to my own documentary, you'll have my stances. But I'm not going to sit there for an hour or 2 hours and literally just watch every bullshit lie that these idiots made up, because I know June's going to cover them. He's going to say, here's what's said, here's what's said, here's what's said, right? And the truth is, you can't factually prove any of it because it's not true. What it'll be is he's probably going to present, here's all the circumstantial evidence, you judge for yourself. And that's okay. You know what? Everyone has the right to draw a conclusion for themselves based on their own personal experience with someone. There may be some people who like me more and they'll be like, well, I'll give Phil the benefit of the doubt. There might be people who are like, I don't believe Phil, but I don't care either. It doesn't affect anything. And then there might be people who are like, well, I believe everything that everyone says about Phil and I hate his guts. Everyone has a right to make that judgment, right? But why am I going to waste my own time, hours of my own time, watching and reacting to that when I'm just going to say, I'm literally going to say, well, that's not true. Well, Phil, can you have evidence? I can't show you evidence. It exposes private information. Well, then what's your point of reacting? I don't know. I don't know why I'm watching it. There's no point, right? You know what I'm saying? Like my detractors are so obsessive. They obsessed about me for 10 years to the point where they've gotten me to a corner where they know the only way that I can prove my innocence is to just put myself at further risk and hurt me even further. That's what they want. That's literally what they want. So I'm not going to give them what they want. I'd rather have the world think I'm some moron who spends money on mobile games rather than, put everything else at risk by putting my personal information out there. That's why I'm not going to do it. And that's why if we get to that point in the documentary, it's going to be 4 hours. So I'm going to be splitting it up over the course of probably a week of reacting on night streams or whatever. I'm just going to say, sorry, here's my takes on everything. But I'm literally not going to sit here for an hour straight and say, okay, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. 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 Why am I here? Bullshit. Right? Okay. I just noticed I left my drawer open earlier. Hold on. Ugh. So yeah. Anyway, so that's my take on it. And like I said, success is fleeting. I have a feeling like right now things are good. Things are going good. They'll continue to be good. But you always have that feeling. I mean, I'm always gonna have that feeling in the back of my head, that dread that it's fleeting. It ain't gonna last. End of this month is probably all going away when this doc hits. And you know, it's gonna take, here's the thing, the documentary is so long, it's gonna give content creators who react to this kind of stuff endless content, right? Endless amounts of content. There's gonna be new memes coming out of this fucking thing that are negative meme stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Okay. All right, guys. Anything else that you guys would like to discuss today? Any other topics or anything? Or I don't know if we want to adjourn early to jump into Street Fighter. Oh, excuse me. Woo. Oh, I think Bill says, what do you think will be covered in your documentary that hasn't been covered in others? June went really deep into my early days. He tried to cover the early Street Fighter stuff no one knows about. He was asking me about things I never thought. Like, for example, way long ago when I was a troll in the Street Fighter community, I didn't like the people who ran Evo. I thought that they were corrupt. I didn't like the way that they organized the community. I didn't want them to be in power. So one year when they said, oh, we're doing Evo, I said, oh, yeah, well, I'm running a tournament at exactly the same time. And I made a fake poster for it. And I put it on. I said, I'm going to get everyone to come to my tournament instead of your tournament. And they got pissed at me. And that's what I wanted. I'm a troll, right? I'm an internet troll. So I want them to be angry and respond to me. They actually literally came out and said, oh, you know, that's very disrespectful. And how dare he do this? And hopefully this is fake and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to cover all that. It's not pertinent to anything today, but he's definitely going to cover that stuff. Okay? Some people might find that highly entertaining, and some people might be like, wow, Phil was a complete asshole, right? I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, I kind of knew what my role was in the Street Fighter community at that time, but at the same time, I look back today and I'm like, considering the amount of trolling I get, I wish I hadn't been such an asshole to people, you know, because I know how painful it can be to be the subject of trolling activities. Excuse me. I know for a fact, like, again, another controversy. Early on in my YouTube years, the first PC that I bought from two guys who said they were fans of mine who had already made my forums for me. And they said they were in some kind of a PC building program where they got credit if I bought a PC from them or something. I don't even know if it was true, but I gave them lots of money to make me a PC. And when it showed up, half the stuff was like messed up. Like the RAM wasn't working and stuff. And the case was damaged and everything. And basically, they spun it one way, I spun it another. To be honest with you, it's so many years later, I actually don't remember the truth of the situation. Like, I remember June specifically asked me, he goes, so what was the cost of the PC? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have receipts. This was like 13 years ago. If I had known that in 2024, someone was going to be doing a documentary on me and was going to ask me the cost of the PC, I would have saved the receipt. But I don't have receipts from 13 years ago. I actually have no clue what it cost. I think at the time I was saying it cost between $2,000 and $3,000, but I can't confirm that right now. So then he basically went and looked into it, and he came back to me. He says, just so I want you to know, I researched the situation, and from the evidence I found, you're wrong. And I was like, then presented as such in the documentary. I don't even know what else to say. Like, I can't defend myself from something 12, 13 years ago that I never knew I was going to have to defend myself against all these years later. I don't know how it's really pertinent, but it's your ability to cover it. It's just a factual thing. Go for it, right? That's what I mean. So there's going to be stuff like that is going to be covered. I don't know, nor do I care. Do you really think I care about this in 2024? I don't at all. It's the last thing on my mind. I have many, many more pertinent things to worry about than a PC I purchased 13 years ago that I don't have receipts for. And I don't remember how much it cost or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's just another thing that happened in my history that people gave me crap for back then that people have forgotten about. But this is what I mean. When this documentary comes out, now people will look at that and be like, oh, Phil was a dishonest prick and he over-exaggerated the cost of his PC. He's like, yeah, 13 years ago, right? Sorry, I'm blowing my nose. So, Ugh. Oh, see, I didn't want to see that. Blackjack Yak says he should have told you the evidence of why you were wrong. I don't need to see it. I'm going to see it in the documentary like everybody else. I didn't need to see evidence. I believe him. Listen, June does his research, okay? I believe him. I do. Ugh. Okay, sorry I had to blow my nose there. It's disgusting. Hopefully I won't have to do much of that. I still have residual. I still have a little bit of runny nose and a little bit of a cough. But it's been 2 weeks since this damn cold. And hopefully soon, all of these symptoms will be gone. I really hope, right? Okay. What's up, Game Boy? How are you today? Welcome. Good to see you. Okay. Hobo X, here's the point that I'm making. All right? Let's say, for example, June spent an entire hour of this 4-hour documentary about my bankruptcy up to now. And it's all financials, right? Let's say. It's hypothetical because I have no idea. We'll actually know because he releases the information early. So we'll actually know how much of this doc is based on that. I would hope that at most it's like a fourth. I mean, can you imagine if like 3/4 of this documentary is about this stuff from the last 5 years? That would really suck because I don't think it's very interesting, nor am I going to have much to say about it. But let's say it's an hour, right? And you're saying, if I skip it, what if he found evidence to defend me or whatever? There's no point. It doesn't matter. You understand? Again, me, and this is legal authorities telling me this, spending time talking about stuff that has nothing to do with my business, nothing to do with any content I put on the internet, nothing to do with anything. And at any moment, if I discuss it, could put me at personal risk, I don't need to talk about it. It's a waste of everyone's time. I'm still here. I'm still successful. I don't need to be exposing myself to defend myself against a bunch of mouth-drooling jackasses. You understand? I don't. It's not worth my time. Every time that you ask me about it, we've wasted more time that we could be talking about better stuff. You see? There's no benefit whatsoever to me. Even if I watch the documentary and June's like, oh, I found this piece, it doesn't matter. Because the people who don't like me won't care. You see? It doesn't matter to them. If you guys watch the Raw documentary and you see that, good. But like I said, it's just, there's no point in me wasting my time watching this entire segment where I'll be like, well, it's not true, but I can't prove it. So I guess we just watch more of people saying nasty things about me that aren't true, but I can't disprove them without putting myself at risk. Like, what's the point? You know my answers, right? There you go. No, I can tell you right now, my documentary is not going to be a positive spin on me at all. June doesn't do that. He's going to look at the fact that over the last 15 years, outside of the first few years, like the first 3-4 years that I was YouTuber, mostly positive. Then the last 10 years, almost all negative. So overall, this documentary will be incredibly negative. Do you understand? Not 100% negative, but there will be mostly negativity. And there's nothing I can do about it. Like I said, I know it's coming. I have to deal with it. And I hate it because I want to have fun. Right now, I'm having a good time. I'm having fun. I'm seeing newfound popularity. And I just know that at the end of this month, when this fucking thing hits, everyone's going to be watching it. The fucking Kino Casino guys are going to watch it. You know they are. So it's coming. The bullshit, I have to deal with it all over again for the millionth fucking time. I'm just tired of it, I'm tired of having to deal with the same nonsense the next fucking 100 times, right? Like I said, what am I interested in? He's going to cover my early years. That's neat. That's interesting. No one's really talked about that before. Yeah, it's embarrassing, but at least I can look at it, laugh at it, admit it was wrong, And that's cool. Rehashing the same shit for the millionth time is not cool. I already went through a fucking, 5-6 hour interview last year with Side Scrollers that was all that bullshit. I don't want to do it again. You know what I mean? I've already put myself through the fucking ringer for this purpose, so I don't ever have to do it again. It's too much fucking stress and shit. I'm tired of it. I really am. I'm tired of this shit. I just want to move on. I've had enough of it. You know what I should do? Here's what I should do. I'm serious. This is funny. When the segment comes in my own documentary about my finances and mobile games, instead of paying attention, I should just sit here and play a mobile game for an hour. Not say a word. Just play a mobile game on my phone in front of you while it plays on the screen. That's what I should do. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, excuse me. See, here's the thing. Here's what I've been saying is if you're someone who on the internet has created drama for so many other people, eventually the camera's going to swing back to you, and then it's going to be your turn in the firing line. And you're not going to like it because the skeletons are going to come out of your closet, right? That's literally what's happened with Review Tech. For the last 10 years, all he's done is cover people in a negative light and, you know, pick on me, pick on others, pick on everybody, right? Now the camera swung back to him, and now all the focus is on him, and he's not going to be able to handle it. He's already freaking out, right? I have not spent the greater part of my 15, 16 years on YouTube doing toxic drama content about others. I just haven't. But I've still been the target of all the bullying. I've already had multiple negative documents or documentaries made about me, plus my detractor shit every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've already had it. I've already been through the ringer. I've already had my time in the firing line. It's like, you know that meme of, who is it? James Franco or whatever? And people are going up to the gallows, and he's sitting there with the noose around his neck, and he turns and he goes, first time? That's me. I've already been here. I've already been here like 10 fucking times. You know what I'm saying? For Rich, this is the ultimate karma, where he's been a huge jerk, and now he's going to suffer for it. For me, I've already been suffering for a decade. And now the suffering continues. It never ends. When does my suffering get to fucking end? So I can just be normal and a human and treated with respect. It doesn't seem like it's ever coming. I get a little bit of that right now from Kino Casino, and then it's all going to end at the end of this month when the documentary comes out about me. So, you know, and again, I want to emphasize, I am not down talking June the King at all. He has the right to do this documentary. It's the craziest documentary ever made about me. I'm looking forward to reacting to the parts that I can add something. That's the key. I'm looking forward to the Street Fighter segment. I'm looking forward to the early YouTube days. I'm looking forward to everything up until this final segment, these last few years of financial bullshit. All that other stuff, I can add insight, commentary, neat stuff that people will really enjoy. That's going to be great. I can't add anything to the end of it. And that's why I'm dreading the end of it. You know what I mean? There's nothing I can do about that part. And that's the part everyone's going to hate me for. So, I guess it's life. Why is Rich's only 90 minutes? Because Rich's was done much more quickly than mine. Mine was planned for years because as he was covering Wings of Redemption and Boogie, basically people contacted him and were like, oh, dude, just so you know, Darkside Phil would be a great person to cover. So he's had this, in the works of development for years as a planned thing he was going to do. And he took months of research and everything to find all the old stuff about me and stories and everything. You know what I mean? Like, mine is like an epic, lifelong documentary. These other ones are shorter. Like, for example, he just did one on the Completionist, right? Dude, the Completionist literally is involved in a charity that's a scam. It scammed everyone out of their money and never gave the money away to anyone until people gave them pressure, and then they decided to do it. All along, he was telling everyone, oh, yeah, we're working with the hospital, we're working with this, we're working with that. He literally lied to his audience for years and years and raised all this charity money that never went to anywhere he talked about, okay? That's worse than anything I've ever done. There's no, even if everything, heinous thing they said about me is true, okay? He's already done worse than me. And his documentary was an hour long. You see my point? My documentary is meant to be a very in-depth, detailed covering of my entire existence, pre-YouTube, on YouTube, everything, right? These other people, basically, it's like kind of like covering the drama. You know what I'm saying? AMS says, what do you do to protect your own mental health with the constant diatribe of hate and potential negative docs? I mean, to be honest, I just ignore it at this point, right? I don't pay any attention to it. I can't. If I cared about every negative thing people said about me, I would have lost my mind years ago. Again, I'm lucky because I've been through shit in my life previous to being a YouTuber where I also had a lot of people who hated me and talked shit about me, and it kind of got me ready for this. I'm the kind of guy that when people say negative things about me, it just motivates me to keep going. I mean, the whole idea of the king of hate was not that I am this a kingly person who hates on people. It's that so many people hate me, but I own the hate and I use it to motivate myself to do better and succeed to prove the haters wrong. That's what the king of hate moniker meant. But then it was my trolls that bastardized it and turned it into, oh, he's a bigot and he's a sexist and he's a terrible person and he says all these horrible things. That's not what it was supposed to be at all. Okay? So, yeah, that's because so many negative people have said things about me. Every moment that I'm still here, every moment that I'm still making content, people are watching it and enjoying it, is a moment that I'm feeling success, and it allows me to continue to motivate myself to keep going even when so many people are against me, you know? Excuse me. Oh man. Excuse me. Stupid drip is still getting me. It's not as bad as it was, but man, it still gets me. It's annoying. Drippage. The drippage. We all hate the drip.
These contributions are mandatory. Tipping me helps me more than anything.